I go on campouts. And for a long time, I went on summer campouts, which are week-long campouts in the summer. And every other summer, my troop goes to a specific camp called Camp Mincy. And the thing about Camp Mincy is it has a special event in the very middle of its summer camp called the Mincy Muck Hike. And this is a story of my first camp out on Camp Mincy, the Mincy Muck Hike, and a very, very uninformed decision I made about it. So since it was my first camp out, I was very excited. I wanted to do everything, and it was the longest I've ever been out alone without my parents. And on Wednesday, they said, the Mincy Muck Hike, it's gonna be here. And I was like, oh man, I can't wait to do that. That sounds like so much fun. I'd gotten new lake shoes to go on the muck hike because I thought it was just like a muddy hike in the woods. I was very wrong. And I should have realized this during the starting point when people were literally duct taping their shoes to their feet. I did not realize it, however, and we started the hike, which started off like a normal hike. We was just through the woods on a dirt path, until you start hearing the yells from the front of the line. I was around the middle of the line, and people were yelling at the front of the line, and I was like, why are they yelling? Until I got to where those people were, and I looked down, and there's a pit of mud. And I look up, and that pit continues into the woods. It's a trench. And I'm like, so what do you want me to do here? And the person behind me says, get in the mud. And I'm like, okay. And I take a tentative step, and I'm down to my chest in mud. And this isn't like mud. This is mud. It has the viscosity of Jell-O. And I am doing my best to wade through this mud as best as possible. And I reach like the 15-yard point, and there's like a incline, and I can get back out of the mud. And I can't. I'm stuck. I'm pulling. I can't get out. And I said, I need help. And the person in front of me turns around, grabs my arms, pulls me out, and both my shoes come off. They're stuck in the mud now. I am shoeless on the Mincy Muck Hike. And I walk another 3 feet maybe, and there's another trench. And I look down, and this isn't the same kind of mud. It's not mud, it's mud. It's like dirty water. So I step in this time, and it doesn't have the viscosity of Jell-O, it's the viscosity of water, and it's freezing. So, and the other thing is, the floor of it is just the floor of a forest. It has twigs, it has roots, it has rocks in it, and I don't have shoes on. And I'm freezing, and I hate it. It's like an hour-long nightmare that I can't escape from. I'm like wading through these trenches and begging for death. And eventually I reach the end of the muck hike. The end of the muck hike is, let's say, special, because that's when the pits of mud become 10 feet deep, and the risk of drowning becomes suddenly severe. I'm clinging to the side of these pits, like holding on for dear life, clambering out to the edge of this pit, and eventually climb out, covered in mud, up to here, and I'm like, it's over! So now we have to go to the lake before we can go to the shower houses, because we're that dirty. So, fun fact about Camp Mincy, the end of the Mincy Muck Hike is about the north end of the camp, and the lake is about the south end of the camp. And another fun fact, which I hadn't realized before, was that all the roads are gravel. And the reason I hadn't realized this before is because I've been wearing shoes before. So I am walking all the way down the camp, shoeless, on gravel roads, just praying that my feet hold out long enough for me to get to the lake. And I get to the lake and I wash off and I'm like, finally it's over. Oh wait, no, there's the shower houses. Those are back up in the middle of Camp Mincy. You have to walk back shoeless. And eventually I'm like, can someone get me shoes? No, we can't get you shoes. And I'm like, ah. So I get to the shower house. It's crowded because everyone else needs showers too because they're caked in mud. So no one gets a satisfying shower. I'm freezing. I'm covered in dry mud at this point. And it's getting towards nighttime, and I'm like, I'm not staying here. So I call my parents, I'm like, hey, do you think you could come pick me up tomorrow? And they say, sure, why not? And it's the next day, it's freezing. I'm still caked in mud, by the way. I haven't tried to wash it off now since I think I'm leaving. And my parents call me like, hey, we can't actually come for such and such excuse. And I'm like, what? And I apparently almost broke a bench in my fury until they finally came up, took the hour-long drive. And eventually I went home, I took an actual shower, I got an actual night of sleep, and then I got driven back to camp for the next day to finish up my Boy Scout experience, and then I got driven home. And if this story has really taught me anything, because it's really shaped who I am, it's to not make uninformed decisions. I'm a very prepared person now. And I hate doing anything unprepared now. And that is the Boy Scout motto, be prepared. I just wish I didn't have to learn it in that fashion.